Coming up, a new project in Ipswich aims to talk with the community about mental health and help link people with wellbeing services in the local area. It's Tuesday, October 5, 2021, and I'm Alan Roebuck. Welcome to Ipswich Today, which acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land on which it is produced and pays respects to elders past, present and emerging. This podcast is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. We've been hearing a lot about mental health and well-being since COVID-19 hit our shores last year. In Ipswich, there's a new project which aims to talk to residents about their mental health and to help link people with local services. Joining me to talk about assisting communities through direct connection, or ACDC, is Tristan Brownson, the project manager. Welcome to Ipswich Today. Tristan?
Hi, Alan. Thank you for having me on the show.
It's got such a good ring to it. The ACDC Project, I can't help thinking of Acca, but tell us what the ACDC Project is.
Well, we're not back in black. We're actually back in orange and white are the colours. So the project is a national project running over 3 years. Two different aims. One is the effectiveness of proactive outreach, so taking support to people's doors. I have a team of 2 door knockers. As I said, they're wearing orange and white, so they stand out. They're beautiful.
Why have you chosen Ipswich, and are you targeting the whole city?
At this point, we are only targeting North and West Ipswich, just due to time constraints. Look, if we had all of the time in the world, we'd go to every suburb in Australia.
Some outreach is better than no outreach, particularly during COVID. Are people a bit sceptical when you appear at their door?
Hopefully not. We preempt. We do a door knock, a letterbox drop. So we pop a little card in the letterbox that says "Wellness Delivered."
So a bit of warning ahead of time. Okay.
A bit of a warning ahead of time. So within the next few days of people finding those little cards in their letterbox, the people connectors will be knocking.
What a great idea. Now, after you engage with people and they engage with your staff, what are people generally saying to you?
There is a lot of unmet need, Alan, particularly around COVID. People are very isolated, as we know. People's mental health is exacerbated. So people that previously may not have, had any mental health issues, we are finding that's coming across a lot with the outreach program. People not knowing then how to access services.
Is that surprising to you? Because mental health is in the news so much, whereas, when I was in my 20s and 30s, it really wasn't in the media very much.
There's still a lot of stigma, around accessing services. Somebody may know that they're not feeling okay and something's going on, but I'm not really sure what that is and I don't know where to go to find support for that.
Ipswich is the 7th area in the southeast you've targeted for door knocking this year. Have there been any major differences in the responses from community to community?
Not really.
No?
It's all been very similar. People have been amazing. Community members and householders are really open and willing to have those conversations with us. And then to complete we also, part of this is a survey that's, used to inform hopefully funding for areas for services for communities. So people have been really open and willing to engage, which is fantastic.
It is. Do you think COVID's increased the demand for mental health services?
Absolutely. Isolation in particular, anxiety, you and I know even for us that's increased,
I'm hearing services, including private providers, are a bit overwhelmed. And by that I mean the first available appointment is often months away after a GP referral. Are you also being told that sort of story by residents?
Absolutely, and that's a sector-wide thing. That's, lack of support workers, lack of clinicians, lack of beds in hospitals, just lack of everything because demand has increased and workforce isn't increasing in line with that.
Can the ACDC project help fast-track people to services?
It depends on the service, not necessarily. We do have brilliant relationships with lots of services in Ipswich. So my hope is that we can then facilitate those referrals.
I think you've answered my next question a little bit earlier on in our chat. The ACDC project finishes in December in the areas you're door knocking. Are there any plans to target extra areas of the city?
At this point, no. Like I said, it is a time-limited service just due to funding, unfortunately. But what we've done previously is we will follow up with those services that we've referred people across to sort of see whether they've engaged and see how they're going down the track as well.
Now, for anyone listening who feels they need to talk to someone and who hasn't reached out for help previously, what advice can you give them?
Reach out is really what I would say. Talk to friends, talk to family. Your GP would be your best first stop. Just go and have a chat to your GP. Hey, feeling a bit anxious, feeling a bit something, not sure what's going on. Your GP can facilitate all of those referrals. There are your crisis services like Lifeline that are available over the phone 24/7. There are online crisis services. You don't have to chat to someone. You can message with people. Our door knockers will be providing resources to households as well. So there'll be like a list of services they can access.
Tristan, just wrapping it up, the ACDC project is being run under the auspices of who?
So Community Mental Health Australia are the funding body. They've received some federal funding for this project for 3 years Australia-wide. So like I said, the main part is connecting with people at their door, and then the other part of that is hopefully encouraging householders to complete a survey so that we can feed all of that back for funding for areas for services that are missing. Yeah.
It sounds like a much needed project. We wish you well and we hope it continues. Tristan Brownson, thank you for talking with Ipswich today.
Thanks so much, Alan. Really appreciate your time.
And a reminder, you'll find handy links in the show notes. Ipswich Today is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. This podcast is also listener-supported. Please make a once-only gift or regular donation to help keep it online. Just go to ipswichtoday.com.au and click the donate button on the homepage to make a payment through PayPal. Follow and stream this podcast from your favourite app, including iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts, or play Ipswich Today from smart speakers. Music is supplied by Purple Planet Music. This is Alan Roebuck. Thank you for listening.